Hello, students. Today we will read the fourth chapter of English literature, that is, The Farmer's Son Becomes a Hunter. When a child is born, parents start making plans for the child's future. Sometimes, what the child wants to do when he or she grows up is different from what parents dreamt of, as in the story you are going to read. Here, in spite of the differences, the parents let the son have his way. Later, the family faced difficulties because of the son's choices. Let's find out what happened to the family in the end. There lived a farmer and his wife in a village in West Africa. They had a son named Ajadi. The family was neither rich nor poor. They always had just enough food to eat and a little left over to sell, as they were farmers. Ajadi's parents were hopeful that their only son would grow to be a farmer. If they had more hands to work in the farm, then there would be more food and they could increase their trade the market. The parents thought this would help the family earn more money. And more importantly, Ajadi would learn how to fend for himself the way his parents had before him. But alas, their hopes were dashed when Ajadi announced to his parents one day, "Mother and father, I want to become a hunter and not a farmer." "A hunter?" his father exclaimed. A hunter's life is unpredictable. One day you find food, and for many more days you may find nothing, he added. Ajadi's mother added to her husband's concerns. It is risky. You never know what dangerous animals you may run into. But Ajadi's heart was set on being a hunter, and he told his parents how he felt. He thought he would be happier as a hunter than as a farmer. Even though his parents were unhappy about his decision, they decided to support him, as this is what family do. They support and respect each other's decision. They even helped him purchase his new hunting gear. So Ajadi became a hunter. To his parents' surprise and delight, Ajadi was a skillful and successful hunter. Not a single day passed without Ajadi bringing some game which his mother could add into their soup pot for the evening. But a day came when his luck seemed to have deserted him. Returning home without bringing any game became a routine for him. His hunting skills seemed to be of no use anymore, as there was just no game to be found in the forest. As Ajadi was about to give up hope, he spotted a bird, a tiny bird perched on a low branch. Normally, he would have ignored such a small game, as there would hardly be any meat on it. However, desperate situations make us take the smallest advantage or chance. Ajadi was anxious, and he was determined to make his first kill in days. He took aim at the bird, getting ready to hit it with his arrow. When lo, the bird started singing, "Tin tin to janto. Mugabe ye kekre to lono opami." I hear a bird saying he would kill me. Tin tin to janto. The bird sang so beautifully. Ajati had never heard anything so melodious in all his life. He was almost certain that his parents had not either. He somehow wanted to possess that beautiful bird. Using his hunting skills, he managed to catch the bird without hurting or wounding it and took it to his home for his parents to listen to this beautiful song. When Ajadi got home, he removed the bird from his sack, and the bird immediately began to sing. Tin tin to janto, mogape ye kekre to lono pami. Tin tin to janto. Ajadi's father and mother had indeed never heard such beautiful music, and they broke out into a dance. They danced and danced until Ajati put the bird back into his sack. The bird spread joy and happiness in their home. For some time, they forgot about their hardships and hunger. When Ajadi's father got his breath back, he had an idea. The king of their village had been depressed for several years. None of the best poets, musicians, dancers, and jesters who had come from faraway villages to cheer him up had been successful. The father thought that maybe, just maybe, the tiny bird would do the trick and make their king smile. So Ajadi and his father started off for the palace with the bird. When they got to the palace, the guards stopped them at the gate. "What is your business here?" they asked. "We would like to see the king," the farmer replied. "Is the king expecting you?" the guards asked. The farmer answered, "No, but—" "Then you cannot see him," the guards interrupted. The farmer pleaded, but one of the guards told him, "If I were you, I would go away. It might be safer for you because the king is in a foul mood, and you might not want to risk his anger." The farmer started to turn back, but Ajati brought the bird out of his sack and the guards began to dance with cheer. The guards understood the value of what the father and son had brought with them. Ajadi and his father went into the palace where they found the king scowling on his throne. "Who let you in here?" the king bellowed. Ajadi brought out the bird and it began to sing. "Tin tin tujanto, mo gabe ye kekre tolo no pami. Tin tin tujanto." The king got up and began to dance. All those in attendance began to dance. The king's wives came out of their rooms to find out what was happening, and they all began to dance. All the princes and princesses also joined in the dance. The mood in the palace changed from the strange sadness that they had been experiencing for many years to joy. Everyone danced until they were weary and could dance no more. The sun was about to set, and the father son duo had to return to their home before it got too dark. But the king did not want them to take the bird away. He was so happy that he offered the farmer half of his kingdom in exchange for the bird. And that was how the farmer and his wife, through their son Ajadi the hunter, became rich. The story by a West African folk tale. It is the story of a farmer, his wife, and their son, Ajadi. Ajadi's parents were hopeful that their son will also grow up and become a farmer, but Ajadi always wanted to become a hunter. He told his wish to his parents. His parents were unhappy, but they supported him as every family does. Ajadi was very skillful and successful hunter. He always brought some or the other things to eat from his hunting. But after some days, his luck seemed to have left him. There was not a single bird or animal that he hunted for food. One day, he found a bird on a branch of a tree. It was perching and singing a song. It was a very beautiful song that made Ajadi mesmerized. Ajadi managed to catch the bird and took him home for his parents to listen to the beautiful song. When his parents heard the song, they started dancing. They forgot their hardships and hunger, and they kept on dancing. Ajadi's father had an idea in his mind. The king of their village was a bit depressed since long, so he wanted to present this bird in front of the king so that he becomes happy again, just the way they became happy and forgot their hunger and stress. They went to king's palace where the guards stopped their way and they asked them to go back. But they took out the bird from their bag, and after listening to the song of the bird, the guards also started to dance and they became thrilled. Now they presented the bird in front of the king. The king also started dancing. King's wives came out of their rooms and they also began to dance. The prince and princess also joined them. The mood of all the people at the palace changed from sadness. Every person became happy. Now, when Ajadi and his father were leaving the palace, the king did not allow them to take the bird away. He was so happy that he offered the farmer his half kingdom in exchange of the bird. Now, because of this, Ajadi and his family became rich. All this was possible because of the farmer's son who brought the bird and the happiness for the whole village and the family itself. Now you have to write the word meanings of the chapter and you have to read the chapter very carefully. Try to do the exercises as well, and we will discuss the exercises in our next video.